Tom Kozlowski here with you on 104.5 The Team and 104.5theteam.com. Andrew Williams as well. And joining us on the phone lines, the New York Giants are 5-5 heading into their bye week. First place in the NFC, despite that 1-point loss to the Patriots on Sunday. And joining us is former head coach Jim Fassel. And Coach, the Giants arguably played their best game of the season against the Patriots, but is there ever a bad time to have a bye week during the year?
I tell you what, there's all kinds of reasons why you want to buy here or there. If you're trying to heal a bunch of guys up, if you got momentum, you don't want to take a break, you want to keep going. But I think, right about now, it gives the coaches some time to reevaluate everything they're doing and for the players to heal up. So I don't think there's really any downside to a bye week. I think, too many times people say, they haven't won after a bye or they win after a bye. I think it's just all a matter of the team.
Coach, how did you handle bye weeks? Some players go on vacation, some stick around and go over film from before. How did you handle bye weeks?
Well, we would, after the Sunday game that we played, brought the players in, and we did the same routine. We evaluated the game, went out and, watched the tape with the players, evaluated it, went out and got them a workout in, okay? And then we would go out and get a little workout on Wednesday, give them Tuesday off like they normally do, and a light workout, no pads, just to kind of keep them in rhythm. And then they had Thursday, Friday, Saturday off, and then they would have to fly back into town on Sunday. I didn't want to just all of a sudden shut it down for a whole week and those guys take off and they're partying and all that stuff. Just try to keep them, get them fresh, but don't overdo it.
And, Coach, that never changed team to team. Like, for instance, here we have a first-place New York Giants team. If you had a team that maybe was 2-6 or you had a team that was 8-1, that same schedule applied to all of your teams?
Yeah, it does because, there's certain things. If you got players and you have them all the time, if we had to switch quarterbacks or something like that, I might spend a little more time, but I wasn't going to punish the whole team because I'm training the new quarterback in there. He would probably stay in the town and come in the office and go through things with him. He might not get the vacation everybody else got, but I think these seasons are long enough, and you need to give them a break and just let them walk away from it a little bit because they always come back fresher, I think.
Tom Kozlowski and Andrew Williams filling in for Armin and Levesque today here on 104.5 The Team and 104.5theteam.com. And joining us on the phone lines, the former head coach of the New York Giants, Jim Fassel. Coach, they're getting into this Washington Redskin game coming up. Is there more pressure on a coaching staff going into a game after a bye week to think, boy, we got all this time to prep. We want to make sure we know this opponent inside and out?
Well, I never thought of it that way. We got all kinds of time to figure out a game plan, but it's still a matter of how you play the game. Coaches in the NFL, except for a very few, they're at the top of the coaching ladder. These guys know how to coach. So it's not like, we got an extra week, so we're going to get smarter. No, you get a week, and two, I will say this, Bill Walsh said it a long time ago. He said towards the end of the season, coaches can become brain dead. They're just so tired. They're just so tired. They're up all night. They're getting up early in the morning, the travel schedule, the this, the that. And I always felt it was kind of true that in the off season we would get some of the most creative, best ideas we ever had. So I think, on the bye week, give your coaches a break. Let's give them some days off. Give them, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. And we're not coming in at 6 a.m, going home at 11 at night. Okay, we'll do it more like an 8 to 5 job, and rejuvenate yourself and get your brainwaves starting again.
Tom Coughlin's preaching about finish the game, finish a play, finish this. I know a lot of coaches at any type of level of football use that mantra, but where does that come down to, finishing games? Is that on the players? Is that on the coaching staff?
It's on both. All the way to the last play. You as coaches, you got to be on top of stuff as far as making adjustments, changing up something, anticipating what's this final drive going to be like, or how are we going to stop them? So, and then the players have got to, don't get sweaty palms now. If we got the ball and we got to go score, or we got to stop them, let's not get sweaty palms. Let's not get nervous about this. Let's go play
All right, Coach. Now the big question. Tony Romo is back for the Cowboys. The Eagles are on a slight downfall. The Redskins are kind of going uphill. The Giants are at first. What do you see in this NFC East division going down to the final weeks?
I tell you what, I don't have a crystal ball. That division right now has been up and down, and who's doing what. I think that obviously you got to count the Cowboys coming back, all right, and they're digging themselves out of a pretty good hole, but it's doable. The Giants are up and down, up and down. Philly, I still don't like the way they play the game, and they a lot of talk about their offense speeding up, but it's hurt their defense, and also their turnover ratio has not been good many times. Washington, I don't know what to think about Washington. I mean, the one day they're not very good, and the next time they had a heck of a win. So, I mean, that one is a mystery to me. That's the NFC East right now.
Tom Kozlowski and Andrew Williams filling in for Armin Levac today here on 104.5 The Team and 104.5theteam.com. Joining us is a former head coach of the New York Giants, Jim Fassel.
Yesterday, Coach, the Giants announced that they re-signed wide receiver Hakeem Nicks. He's 27 now. He's never really been the same after those ankle injuries. How have you ever signed an older player that was already on your team before to try to bring him back and do better?
Boy, that's a good question. I don't think so. But you run the upside is he knows what you're doing. He knows what is expected. You're not trying to train this guy. He kind of knows what's going on. The downside is, you're signing a guy that potentially could become a problem when if he's got ankle problems again coming back. But I think if you give him a real good physical and you work him out, I think you got a pretty good indication that he is healthy now. He might get hurt, but right now he's healthy.
Coach, we'll let you go on this. I know you're always up to something. What's keeping Coach Fassel busy right now?
I don't know, man. I tell you what, I stay busy, but I don't have a full-time job. I got a lot of different projects I work on. People ask me to do, and stuff like that. And my wife and I, we're going to go over to Manhattan Beach tomorrow. We'll be over there for about 10 days. The whole family coming in, and then we're going to be traveling to Denver at Christmas, and then we're going to go up see the Rams play the 49ers, and for New Year's. So just moving around a lot, enjoying life.
Coach, enjoy the beach. I think we're about a few days away here upstate New York from the snow hitting the ground. So you enjoy that beach time. Make it a little longer than 10 days. You're going to have a great time up there. Enjoy it, Coach. Coach Jim Fassel, former head coach of the New York Giants. Thanks for your time this afternoon.
All right. Always good to talk to you guys.